Nobody plays vampires like TNT. It is a well-known fact, at least it's quoted as being a well-known fact, by doctors, by psychiatrists, by psychologists, by the experts, that we all love a good fright, whichever way you like to put it, a shock. The Curse of Frankenstein, of course, was the first film I ever did for Hammer, and it was the one that started the ball rolling, you might say. It was the beginning of what I always refer to as my graveyard period. One of the critics said I looked like a road accident, and as a matter of fact, that's not far from the truth. Now we're going to do the greatest classic of all, Dracula. And I suppose they thought that perhaps I was the right height, I had the right appearance, the right voice, or something like that.
My revenge has spread over centuries and has just begun!
It just so happens that I was one of the very few people who had read the book many years ago, shivered and shuddered under the bedclothes and all that kind of thing, because in those days it was strictly forbidden for young people to read books of that sort. I realized from reading the book that the character was a very heroic character, to have this immense power over women and this immense physical strength, and a very romantic character, certainly irresistible to women, and also a very erotic figure. It's quite obvious, isn't it, the sexual significance of the bite and draining people's life. It did exist. His title was Vladimir, whatever you like to call it. He did things which are quite sickening. I'm not going to go into details. Now, I think a lot of people will know about them. It wasn't called the Impaler for nothing. Drac is devil, Ul is the, and A is son of in Romania. So Drac Ul A can mean the son of the devil. I never set out to terrify people. It's terrorism without risk, as far as the audience is concerned.
Count Dracula!
I never set out to terrify people, to drive them out of their wits.
I summoned you!
It was my will. Of course not. It is a form of entertainment. We had a lot of laughs. I mean, I have a somewhat perverted sense of humor. I frequently used to let it out in rehearsals, sometimes even in takes, when I knew the scene was no good. Of course, sometimes with these wretched contact lenses in, I could hardly see at all. I'd miss the camera when I was trying to grab somebody. We had a lot of laughs. It was great fun. Fun, that's the operative word. You don't get much of that today.
See Christopher Lee as Count Dracula, Halloween night on TNT.